Dang, he's ugly!
So, Goetia, king of demon gods, huh? Well, oh, I get a holy grail for this one. Unknown enemy class. If he's another evil of humanity, that means that he's a beast type, right? What are beasts weak against? Just go with what you know? Oh, hey, Sight, I'll take your Merlin with me. This is the strongest team I could think to muster up. I have no clue what he's got up his sleeve, so let's try this. Goetia, the name of the 72 demon gods combined. A living summoning spell that hid itself inside King Solomon's corpse after his death. Did it gain will and incarnated? Not just that, the spirit origin signature I'm seeing doesn't even belong to a caster anymore. That's no longer King Solomon's body. It's one of the 7 evils of humanity. The Beast of Calamity. Beast 1. Correct. I am. No, we were made by human hands. I am the higher dimension being that no longer requires flesh and blood. I was granted greater powers than humans and once lived to serve them. But that is no longer the case. I am done with humans. Once there was a king who was omnipotent and omniscient. He was given these powers by God. His eyes could see the past and future, and know all that there was to know about the world. We became that man's shadow, and saw what he saw. No, we were as his guardian spirit, and we had no choice but to synchronize with him. We saw much sadness, we saw many betrayals. We saw much pillaging, we saw many ends. We have seen enough, and will see no more. Even the gods can meet no end on this planet except through annihilation. We no longer care about humans or the future. What I seek is a perfect environment to raise a healthy sapient being. This planet was a mistake. It was madness, predicted on life with a fixed duration. I will reach the apex of it all. I shall go 4.6 billion years into the past and bear witness to the moment that a celestial body was born. I shall absorb all its energy and make myself into a new planet to remake this world. I shall rewrite the book of Genesis and create a world without the concept of death. That shall be our grand deed. We did not destroy mankind out of hatred. We needed the energy to venture to the past. We needed it to perform the infinite tuning to witness the birth of a planet. A planet like this requires a vast amount of magical energy. To be precise, 3,000 years worth of magical energy stored by all sapient beings. And so, by turning all of human history from 1000 BC to 2018 AD into magical energy, we will have had acquired the necessary amount to journey to the beginning of this planet. That is the only reason for us to incinerate humankind. To us, humans are just fuel for a propulsion device that could launch us to the very beginning. Behold the throne. This is the convergence of your lives. Our bands of light are the infinite possibilities of human history. Those born of humans will pose no threat to them. He sees things on a whole different scale. No one can beat those bands of light. Phone? I see. I was born for this exact moment. Isn't that right, Doctor? MASH? Now then, I have shown you due respect. It's finally time for retaliation. As you heard, we are very busy. My true work is still waiting. Even beings as foolish as you understand how annoying it is when work that was thought finished comes back to you, right? The time has come. The plan for remaking the planet is complete. And obviously, this journey to the apex, you are unnecessary. I shall now perform the last task in this region, in this era, and on this earth. Welcome, everyone. Now die. The words that end this useless discussion. Goetia, king of the demon gods, has entered a combat stance. If he uses those bands of light, we can't win. We need to defeat him somehow before he uses his Noble Phantasm. Is that even gonna be possible? Advent Beast, evil of humanity. Okay. Oh, looks like these guys get an advantage against him. Said stop him from using his Noble Phantasm. Okay. So that means get Waver charged up. Oh no. Oh! Ow. Oh dear. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Stop charge gaining. Ow. He keeps doing the order thing on Santa. So curses and stun doesn't affect him. Neither did defense down. No! Oh dear. Oh, we get a different cutscene. Okay. Deployment of Goetia's third Noble Phantasm confirmed it. It can't be stopped. Can it, Master? How boring. Why would you simply accept this, Mash Crylight? Goetia? I've come to understand you. Can you not understand me? We both know how utterly meaningless life truly is. We mourn death's inevitable approach. Isn't that right? The future is hollow. Humanity is worthless. Because, even alive, they must be in constant fear of death. No matter what, death comes for them all, and separates people from each other. I tire of it. A world without death would be exactly what someone like you wishes for. Though we are all now one, a measure of uncertainty yet remains. We want someone, just a single person to understand us. If we have even that much, then we can completely be certain of our plan. Mash Crylight, a life made by man, and one that is about to disappear. Join with us in rejecting all of human history. Tell us that we are correct. Just say one word. Yes, with your assent, we shall permit you to journey with us towards the apex. Goetia, you're... I'm sure you're well aware, Gabriel, that her life has long since reached its limit. Honor thy neighbor. Believe in thy friend. Love thy comrade. If that's what human righteousness is, then do not interfere. Something within us is telling us not to leave her to die, to not let her last memories of this planet be a tragedy. Don't you feel the same? The incineration of humanity cannot be stopped. You're going to die either way. Shouldn't you at least save Mash? Mash! That's right. You've been asking me the same thing all along. It's true that if death is certain, then life is meaningless. I cannot deny that. If you agree. But meaning isn't something humans find in their own lives while they live. It's true that the world without death or endings would be one without sadness. But that would be wrong. Even if I could live for eternity, I wouldn't want to. The world I'm seeing is the one that's right in front of me. Even if my life ends in the blink of an eye, I want to see every second I can of this future. Senpai, will you hold my hand one more time? Yeah, of course. A shame. Then burn to ash, along with this era. Third Noble Phantasm deployment complete. I shall herald the end of humanity with the fire that scorches the world. Farewell, Gabriel. Farewell, Mash Crylight. Your journey ends here. No, leave it to me. Mash Crylight, engaging the enemy. You're just getting started, Master. Your battle isn't going to end in a place like this. Mash! So, what happened?
ではお見せしよう。貴様らの旅の終わり、この星をやり直し、人類史の終焉、我が大行成就の瞬間を。第三ホール展開。誕生の時来たれ。祖は全てを治める。さあ、悪魔のように燃え尽きよ。
それは全ての傷、全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよ、ロード・キャメロット。
It was like time had stopped. Nothing on Earth existed that could stop those bands of light. But that was only if one thought in terms of physical laws. Our defense was a shield of the psyche. If there's no impurity, no hesitation within it, its invincible walls would never melt or break. I knew that. I knew that, of course. The walls of her castle could defend against even my third Noble Phantasm. But that meant... That hellish moment continued as she blocked the heat that would pierce the planet. She thought of the journey so far and the journey to come. She thought of her past and of the future she would not be there for. I'm glad. I should open up an opportunity for you, Master. Thank you for everything. I wanted to pay you back for everything you gave me. That's why I was able to put my own weakness aside and push ahead, Senpai. And now, finally, I really feel like my life had value. Like Captain Drake said, at the very end, I realized my wish. That's right. That's why we wanted your approval. But I regret one thing. I was always the one that was protected. So, at least once, I wanted to be useful to Senpai. That is right. Even after all those battles, it was still not nearly enough for her. That was how strong her gratitude towards Gabriel was. Even if it all started with a simple chance meeting one morning. She was always protected by Gabriel, and she was able to fight because Gabriel was there. What? Behold the result. Her body could not take the heat from the bands of light and evaporated. But her heart remained untouched, and her snowflake shield remained unscathed as it protected her master to the end. And that's why I say that she was neither a brave warrior nor the protagonist of the story. In the end, she was simply an ordinary girl. So, Mash is dead? What? It's over. It ended just like I had imagined. MASH!